Well, hey everybody, this is Josh. I'm from Rocky Top Regenerative Farm. Thanks for checking us out. Today we are moving our cows from up one side of the farm all the way to the other side. I thought we'd take you along and show you how we do it and maybe talk a little bit about why we're moving them. So come along and see how it goes. Okay, so we're down here where we're about to move the cows to, and we got to set up the fence before we bring them in, which is a lesson I learned the hard way. So I'm looking at the grass here, and it's really dry, and I was trying to manage it by mowing it after the cows came through, but it sounds like that actually set it back. So there's not as much here for them to eat, so I'm going to give them a little bit more space than I normally would. So I'll set up this fence, and we'll talk about it in a minute. Okay, so we got our paddock set up here. Got a little bit more space than we always give them, or we usually give them, but again, it's just kind of dry. There's not a lot in here, so we're trying to make sure they get enough to eat. I had to go grab my my vice grips to get my reel to work. The peg is broken, so I can't undo the lock with my fingers. So anyway, there's always a little wrinkle, but now we're ready to go. So we're gonna go up and show you the cows.
Of course, they're all going under the gate.
Yeah. Come on, everybody. Come on.
They know where their food comes from.
Mama, look at that and other adventurous chickens.
Mm-hmm.
She looks so funny. Half beardy and half adventurous.
Here, cows.
Here she goes.
Here she comes. Come on, puppy girl.
Okay, so here we are up here with the cows. Poppy's pooping as we're talking. So I've had them up here for about a week, maybe a little bit longer. It's hard to remember. We started on this side, made our way all the way back to the back, have come up through here. The entire area is about 2 acres. So anyway, they have grazed it all up. So now we're gonna drive them down to the bottom of the farm. We're up here kind of at the top of the farm. So anyway, we're gonna head down. Hopefully they follow, they don't get lost. Hopefully they don't run anybody over. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh no! They spilled it already.
Yep, doesn't take long. All right. Well, that was the best. Alrighty, well, so that went better than we expected it to. That's probably the best one that, best move that we've had, honestly. Each time we do it, we learn a little bit more. And maybe they learned too, because they followed pretty directly. They didn't really get too off target. It also probably helps that most of the grass is dead everywhere else, so there wasn't a whole lot that they were wanting. They were going after that bucket mostly. So here they are in this spot now that you saw us make this paddock a little bit ago. I don't even know how big it is. I've never measured our paddock sizes. I kind of just eyeball it based on what the grass looks like and what they've been eating lately. So they'll be here for a day. Tomorrow we'll move them just further on and we'll start the whole rotation over. This is kind of, in my mind at least, the beginning of our farm rotation. One day we'll show you, I guess, a schematic of what the farm looks like and where they all go. But anyway, that was the move. So we'll talk a little bit about why we move them and the benefits and all that in a later video maybe. So thanks for watching.
Anytime.
It's circling around my head.
So one other thought we had that we just wanted to talk about real quickly is the benefits of being in with your cattle, them being comfortable with you. As you can see, Poppy's pretty comfortable with me. She's also really interested in this grass over here. But the benefits of having them come to a bucket. So all we did was drop the line out there and shake the bucket, and then we took off on the four-wheeler and they came following. You know, if they weren't comfortable with us, if they were really afraid of us or skittish, it would have been really difficult to get them all the way from, you can't tell where I'm pointing, but back behind the camera down to here. You know, that's like 3/4 of a mile. I don't know how far it was. It was a long way. It would be really difficult if they didn't just willingly follow with the bucket. We would have had to set up fences and it could be a nightmare. Another time they got out actually, and one of our neighbors gave us a call. They were on the way to the highway, so all we did was go out with a bucket and they just followed me all the way down our road, just happily trotted back into the fence. So it's been well worth it for us. Moving them every day is just another opportunity for them to get used to being around us. They're not very afraid of us. Poppy here will just let you do whatever. So if you got a butterfly, kids are getting butterflies. But anyway, that's just one other thing that we wanted to highlight in the context of this move. So stick around, watch some more videos in the future. We'll talk about our system and why we move them and how we move them. We're still learning. We don't know all the ins and outs, but it's been good for us so far. So we'll explain it in future videos. Okay, so it's the next day. You guys have seen us now bring the cows down here, get them into this field. They were grazing pretty happily. So I figured I'd wait another day and let them eat this down, and then I could show you and I could talk a little bit more with a better illustration about some of the reasons that we move the animals here. Instead of just setting them out there, leaving them in the one big field, never moving them. You know, we come out every day. We move them once a day to a new spot. So let me show you real quick so maybe you can understand why better. Okay, so now see if I can hang on this tripod. Poppy got it all slobbery. She was investigating it. So let's walk around this paddock here and just take a look and kind of see some things to point out. So here's some poop. She's peeing right there. And look, you'll notice this is the shade, so this is where they've been hanging out. Look at all this poop down in here. and they won't mind that. They'll just lay right in the midst of it. You know, they'll find their favorite spot and they'll congregate in it. So also, look, if you can see how, I'm not sure if you can tell on the camera or not, how well they've mowed all this grass down here. It's pretty short, actually. You know, I mean, it almost looks like you ran a lawnmower through here. And then there's poop everywhere, right? There's some tufts of grass that's still tall that they pooped on, or maybe they peed on, that they're not going to eat that. So look right here. I can get myself out of the way. Can you, maybe you can see on the camera, maybe not, maybe we'll have to show you another example later on, how tall it is over here and then how low it is right here. This is where they're going today. This is where they've been. You can definitely tell that on the camera. So they're getting impatient with me. They saw me build the fence, so they know what that means. They know that means it's time to go. I'll let them in and let you kind of watch what they do. That might be illustrative in itself to see how much they like this. Okay, everybody, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on. Okay, so that's that. We got them in the new paddock for the day today. And you know, maybe y'all watching are wondering, why do we even bother moving them? Why don't we just, like most people, sorry, I'm watching to make sure he's not gonna bump me. Why do we not just leave them out in the field and just let them do what they're gonna do? You know, they're cows. They don't need us to be out here moving them or doing stuff to them. Poppy, you're making me nervous, girl. So one of the things that we have learned is, just like with, if you exercise, if you hit it really hard in the gym, you're going to need a little while to recover, right? So the same is true of the land and of natural systems. So when the cows are in a paddock for an extended period of time, they're going to poop in one spot, they're going to pee, they're going to eat all of the good stuff down there. Their hooves are going to compact the soil. That all of that changes the soil microbiology, and that then affects what's growing there. So this farm we bought here, we've been here for about 1.5 years. It was, prior to us, kind of neglected, overgrazed in some areas, not the most healthy soil. So now we have 5 cattle and we're grazing them on about 15 acres, but we're really having to be careful to make sure we're not overgrazing. And I think that shows how, at this point, the ground is not very healthy. So by moving these animals, we're going to rehabilitate the land, and we would love for y'all to watch, follow along, see how it goes. Just some additional benefits to rehabilitating the land is it keeps the animals healthier. They're not in there poop and pee all the time. As you can see, there's poop all over that paddock. This paddock's clean. They're not going to come back to this paddock that they were in for another 60 days. So we move them once a day, every day, to a new paddock. And we found that we don't have to worry with any kind of health issues. We don't have to buy any kind of medicines or anything like that. And it ends up being a very healthy meat for us in the end. So anyway, that's in a nutshell what we're doing. We can explain in more detail in future videos, but thanks for following. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.